Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my quick account review. Doing it today of all days because, well, actually it was yesterday, but I didn't have time. So doing it today, uh, now's a better time than ever to do an account review because it's been 900 days since I started playing. It's pretty crazy thinking about how long it's been. So yeah, it started on December 31st, 2020, and I got inspired to make one of these because Jayu made one a while back and it was pretty fun to watch. So now you can see what my account is like and what I did in 900 days. So first off, when did I start playing? So yeah, December 31st, 2020. How I got started, that's because in 2020 I decided to stop playing Dragalia Lost because I didn't like the direction the game was going. And then I was looking for another game to play. And I remember back before the pandemic, I would go out for lunch with my friends once a week. We usually get ramen, and my friends were playing Honkai. They're actually day one players, and they always showed me what the game was like. So actually, one of my friends still plays, and he's actually my sensei. So Alphonse here, you can see his ID is super ancient, day one player. So yeah, I just remembered them showing me the game, and then I thought, oh, I got some time now. Maybe I can try it out and play with them. But there were two other factors that also contributed to me starting, apart from wanting to fill the hole I got from quitting Dragalia. One of them was it happened to line up exactly with DA's launch, version 4.4, and she's my favorite character in the game. So quick story about that. Back in the older days when Honkai was advertising their game, a lot of their ads primarily focused on like the waifu collection aspect. Because I remember there was a Shadow Knight and Fu Hua dancing ad, if you remember that one. There's a lot of other ads that just show off the characters, but it doesn't really show off the game. It was just all like surface level character appearances. So I wasn't super like interested in the game just from seeing those designs. But then Dia and Cora, she basically overruled everything. I saw her and then I don't know anything about the game still. But then I was interested in playing just from that. So this is my character for sure. So yeah, DA, and then the third factor that helped me get started was when I was looking into what the end game was like. So I had a better idea of what I was gonna get into. I found Kibi's channel, and I saw his Memorial Arena videos. I don't think I watched Abyss videos, but I also watched his Valkyrie investment guides, and he made the game look really, really cool. So after watching all of that, I thought I might actually like this game because I like action games. So he was like very influential in my decision to start as well. So those are the three factors. Yeah, having free extra time from quitting the game, the Ancora, and Kibi's videos. And actually, as an aside, how you know you've made it in Honkai is when you get acknowledged by Senpai. It's probably going to be really far down. Here we go. Yeah, this is the highlight of my career, getting him on friend list. Kibi, please come back, make another video, please. Okay, so let's see. I talked about why I got started, how come I didn't start earlier, and okay, so my playstyle. So playstyle, first year I was pretty low spender. I got the monthly card because it was good value. Sometimes I would get night battle pass if I needed a little bit more crystallum to get battle pass stigmatas to help grow my account a little bit faster. But otherwise, really didn't spend a lot the first year. So I can kind of quickly go over my emblem. I mean, sorry, not emblems, frames. This just shows you which versions I didn't get paladin on. So a little bit of an indicator of what my spending was like, but not totally accurate. So paladin BP on DA patch because I wanted everything related to DA. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no paladin. 5, 0, 5, 1, there's paladin here. If I remember right, it's because Battle Pass had Margrave and Shuijing stakes, which I really needed to help progress my account because they're for DA and sorry, AE and SA, both really important characters. This should also be the battle pass where Dante was in, and I like Durandal, right? So I needed help gearing Bright Knight. So I got Bright Knight around this time as well because she was in a spending event. So that's the reason why Paladin's here. Then 5, 2, 3, 4, nothing. 5, 5 is because Durandal frame, so I got that. 6 and 7, nothing. And then 5, 8 onwards is about when I had a pivot in the game, and then I started spending more, and then that's why I have all the Paladins afterwards. So this is about a year after I started the Griseo patch. So the reason why for going from like low budget first year and then had a pivot and then spending more from first year onwards is because I was thinking to myself, I really enjoy the game a lot, so why not spend a little bit more so I can get all the character releases so I can use them anywhere, anytime, and have total freedom in the game to kind of do whatever I want. So that's basically when I changed my spending habits. I talked to a few people to kind of get an idea of how much it would cost to get everything. Then after figuring that all out, I thought, okay, it's not so bad. I don't mind paying that much. So then that's when, I started to get all the characters. And Paladin's pretty good value, so I don't skip Paladins anymore. So as for top up, so the first year I spent about 12,000 top up. 12,000 crystals top up, not $12,000. And a good portion of it was the Arc City theme. It's so cool, I had to get it. And I think it was probably, I don't remember actually, it was like 16 something, 1600 battle chips or 2600, but that was a large portion of the first year top up. So 12K for the first year. And then the next year and a half, I spent 10 times that amount. So if you look at this, it's like 12K plus 100, whoops, not the support page. 12K plus 120K, you get basically this. Yeah, you can let me know if you thought this is more or less than what you expected. All right, so next up, we'll just quickly look at supplies. Miscellaneous stuff. So we'll go here, supplies. I open up most of my stuff, so there's not a lot left. Just resources I'm stockpiling, I left them alone. Stamps I'm holding on to, leaving them alone. And then some really ancient stuff like Silverwing and the Wenwek sticks. I think that's it, yeah. Not as crazy as some other players I've seen where they've got a lot more unopened items. I've used most of mine. This is basic items, and then forging items. Pretty much don't have to think about these anymore. But my first year playing, always ran out of everything. Ran out of AE Maginons, ran out of phase shifters. It was really painful. For event, I've never used any event stamina pot, so I have all of them. So I like the collection here. Fragments is probably no point looking into these, but I'll just scroll through every menu so we can see everything. Okay, and then weapon and stigmata we'll come back to later. We'll look at emblems really quick. So I think I got every single emblem since I started playing. So as long as it's after my start date, I'll have it. That even includes the Epic Game Store emblem. Actually, no, I don't have every emblem. The ER ones I don't have yet. The ones you get for fighting the boss 24 times. Yeah, okay, that's it for emblems. Okay, next up, Stigmata collection. So I'll do it from here. So I'll just go over the 5 stars. So pretty much old stuff I won't have because I started at 4.4, But I have Lear, that was for Knight Squire and Fervent Tempo when I started playing. And actually, a quickly touch on this. One of the things I really disliked was I got Nebulous Duality off rate pretty early. And then when I switched from Grips of Taishuan to those gloves, I couldn't use this on Night Squire anymore because it drains your HP. So you don't have 100% HP. So that kind of annoyed me. So I think I used up. So I made Fuha Pride afterwards, which was this one. 30 melee physical damage for Night Squire after I got Nebulous. So we got Jingwei T, Newton B, Siegfried M. Actually, I made it very, very late. So when I show my stakes in chronological order later, I'll point that out. So nothing too interesting. Michelangelo's probably off rate. The 2 Tesla TM was crafted. JST was, I pulled one of them, pretty sure. The other one is Battle Pass. Musician, everyone has that. HV stakes is all Battle Pass. Robert Peary, he crafted for Anna. Beethoven, one was crafted, one's from Gacha. Dirac, MB I got from Battle Pass, and then T I got way later. That was required for Elysia Stigma, so that was for crafting. Well is off rate. Rasputin I made for HR in my first year, so that's what she was using before I got my Anna stakes. Marco Polo you get from the starting events. They give you that for Swallowtail Phantasm. Goemon was crafted for Handle. I have 1 Kafka off rate. AE is from BP. HS is from Gacha. Dante is BP. Shui Jing is, I think, one of them is Gacha, and the rest is BP. So yeah, that BP season was huge for me. It got AE, Dante, and Shui Jing. I got all the sets completed, those 3. And then from here on, I think it's mostly going to be Gacha and Foundry. So HT's Gacha, Anna's Foundry. Irene was all off-rated. The single Dickens is off-rate. DA's Gacha. The 2 Holmes is off-rate. And then, let's see. The rest are Gacha, pretty sure. Yeah, Gacha. Is Gacha. Yeah, Gacha. Pristine Elf is crafted. Aslahawk, Linnaeus. This is all off rate, still missing the bottom one. Gacha. So I skipped Silvering, so this is just off rated. Gacha. Skip Deponia, and then from Griseo onwards, this is when I collected everyone, so I'll have everything thereafter. So looking at it chronologically, really quickly. Oops. I guess I might as well look at that. I don't actually know what's in here. I've never looked into this. I'll just scroll through. Alright. Okay, so chronologically, I can point out a couple things when looking at it this way. So you start with the story stakes, and then version 4.5, got the Mari one. And then keep going. The Wang Xiaojun is here. This is for DA, Edison, HT, and Scott is for HR. So it's like all free to play stuff. And then this is the first set of gacha stakes I ever pulled. So DA here. So I have TB, and I ran out of crystals. So M is not here. That's later. HT stakes are here. Got Newtons for Memorial Arena. And then DA M is here. So that's when I completed DA. That's the first character I geared. And then let's see. So Anna here, Anna B. So some of the Anna stuff is starting to get crafted. Anna M is here. And then HT got finished around here. Anna T is missing because I used it to make willows. So around this point is when HT, HR should be done as well. So that's 1 DPS for every element. The Dirac sticks, I don't know if they're still around because I think I transmuted them into Elysia, but I should have it here too, and because they were my Knight Squire's gear. Then after that, version 5, so that's the Himiko Stigmas here. And then 5.1 is Elysia, so you'll probably see some of them coming soon. So as I mentioned, the battle pass for Margrave is here, and I think what else did I get? Dante from battle pass. Yeah, so Dante's here as well, and then Shuijing is up here. I was missing the B piece only, I think, so that's why it's up here. So you can see Turgenev as well. So this is when I got my first set of Turgenev. So it's in version 5 point something. So quite a little bit after the initial release in 4.7, I think. So Elysia is here now, 5.1 crafts. And then 5.2 is Mobius. So I skipped Mobius, but I got Raven. So Aslog is somewhere. Oh, it's actually down here. But yeah, that's the Raven. Then 5.3 Carol, so I skipped Carol, so you won't see Carol until later. 5.4 Silver Wings, I skipped that. 5.5, so you can see Durandal Stiggs here. So at this point is when I pulled Carol, because I wanted to get Durandal's team completed, since Durandal's my favorite character, but I didn't want to play her if like I didn't have her team fully fleshed out. So I had to go back and pull Carol's stuff now, and it doesn't have the 30 pity anymore, so it costs a lot more, so it was really bad. This is also when I got my very first elf in the game, so I got 3-star Dudu elf on version 5.5 as well. Then there's Rita Stakes. This is when I got my first Zenyi as well, so 5.5 is when I got Zenyi, so that's official came out 4.9, so very late. Then after that is Pardo. So you see Pardo stakes here, and then Handle stakes. And then after I skipped Aponia, so Season, Gricio's patch, that onwards, I'll have everything. So all of this will be chronological. So Siegfried M is here. So this is how late I made it, super, super late. And then keep going. You'll see Linnaeus off rates. So where are we now? Oh yeah, so this is 6.0. Oh, so Vilvi's before that. So Vilvi here, Kolodi. Then you see Elysia, you see Sushang's gear, Kononavi's gear, a couple random off rates, and then Hirsch of Truth, Hirsch of Finality and Origin are up here. And then after that is Susanna, so Aladdin's here. And then so this is where it gets interesting. These are when I got my Holmes. So I'm a very old player, but I didn't get Holmes until the current patch, actually, when I pulled for Hare's gear. So you see MB here. So that's why, yeah, people ask me, how do you not have Holmes? This is why. Just never off-rated it until now. So Hare gear, Prometheus gear. And then there's another Holmes here that I also got from the current patch, and I made it 5-star. Yeah, so some of this might be inaccurate, because when you upgrade a stake, it considers it a new item, so then it'll move it to the top chronologically. But for the most part, it is pretty accurate. So weapons, we'll do the same thing. So quickly look at it in collection, and then we'll look at it chronologically. So weapons, the easy stuff to craft, I made it just for the heck of it, just for collection. But the rarest stuff, especially the time capsule ones, yeah, those are very hard to get. So just click through. So I don't have Magstorm or Hyper Railguns. I joined the game a little bit late, and my first year I wasn't a spender, so chasing that stuff is pretty hard. So I left those alone. Shining Sword, very annoying to get. For those who don't know, it's only available in Chinese New Year, so when it does show up, get it, so you don't have to wait a whole year like me. Keep going. Yeah, some of these are super ancient. It's kind of interesting. So I joined early enough to get Arias off rate. Yeah, and then I also got Scotty off rate. Those you cannot pull for anymore. You'll have to get it from exchange. So yeah, I've got Key of Reason as well, Preed. You'll see that later, and also Domain of Sanction Preed. So that's the old HT weapons. And then pre's, so we're getting close to the end. There we go. So chronologically, I don't know if there's going to be anything too interesting about that. We can take a look, see if I can spot anything interesting. Yeah, so Arias, Scotty, I got early on. HV's weapon, I actually don't know how I got that. So Blood Dance. This is Slippery. Yeah, not maxed, so I never really use Fervent Tempo. And then this one is just for Rhyme Star. And then it's also a Divine Key as well, so then keep going. So my first pre in the game, I guess it would have been this one. And this one? Strange. Oh no, actually no, it can't be. I think it's because, yeah, when you upgrade, like I mentioned, it becomes a new item. So I'm pretty sure I pre'd this first, but then as I increase the star level, it bumped it up. So this is the first maxed pre is HFS pre. Then I have Acheron as well, thinking I would need it for Swallowtail Phantasm, but it was just so far down the backlog that I never ended up making it. HR's old weapons here, HT's old weapon, DA's weapon. Didn't really need this anymore because HFS had our weapon, but Durandal's my favorite, so I ended up making it. Cosmic should be here, but it's going to be bumped up because I 6-starred it later on, but I did make it earlier, so Cosmic is higher. BK's weapon. So I actually maxed my Cosmic really late. I maxed it after 5.5 patch. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so let's see what else is here. HS gloves I maxed pretty late as well. It's because, yeah, usually you can just use Cosmic on HS most of the time. And then from here, it should be more or less chronological. Oh, actually, I just realized seeing Nyx's weapon reminds me I overlooked something in the Stigmata, so I'll quickly point that out as well. So Nyx is version 4.8, but if you look at when I got the Vern Stigs, it's here, so it's in 5.7, like in the Eden Aponia patch. So the reason why it's here is because I was bored and I tossed a couple pulls in the Expo banner, and then I got Nyx in 3 pulls. So after that, I'm like, oh shit, what I do? So I ended up getting her gear so that I don't just have a dead weight in bulk. So I pulled her gear at this point. Don't do that. What a waste of crystals. Okay, so that's Stigs and weapons. So elves, go over really quickly. So yeah, first year, no elves at all. 5.5 is when I got my first elf. I got the 3-star Durandal elf. And then shortly after, I got 2-star Fushi for fire, ice, lightning, elemental stuff. So I was just running those two for quite a long while. And then eventually when I made the pivot and decided to start collecting all the Valkyries, whatever excess crystals I had, I would spend a little bit on it to get the elves I was missing. So that's how I got Klein. That's also how I got the Ellie elf, and then now I have the Kiana elf, and they're all 3-star. I never go for more than 3-star because I want to make sure I can get the Valkyrie releases first. That's the first priority, and then I get elves after. Yeah, and then Dudu eventually got the 4-star through spending events because you get the elf boxes. Actually, I have a lot of those still, so it's in here. So I still have 75 boxes here. It's 2 frags each. And then I have another 4 here. So I have a lot of elf frags. Yeah, so that's how I maxed Dudu. The reason why Dudu is 4-star is because she's the only elf where the alt cooldown reduction, which is this one. This is 3-star for most of the elves, but for Dudu is 4-star, and this is essential. So I had to get Dudu 4-star. But having one 4-star elf is actually not bad because now she is the elf I use when I need elf orbs, because I can just redeem her here, for example. The elf orbs will let me go get more elf frags here. So this is how I'm gonna 4-star my Kiana later on. So it's not so bad having a 4-star elf. Okay, so lastly is Valkyries. So I'll go over those really quickly. So any farmable stuff, I get to SSS because I like maxing them out. I think it's kind of cool. So all my SP Valkyries, Expedition Valkyries, you'll see them gradually like make their way to SSS. The War Treasury ones, not all of them make it that far because it's a lot more expensive. So these are the SP Valkyries. I'll scroll through them pretty quickly. So yeah, most of them. Because yeah, 900 days is enough time to get a lot of them done. But there's still a couple that are not finished. So Prometheus, double S, because she's newer. Susheng is SS3, I think. So she's almost done. DA, SS1. A little bit upset about this, because she could have been higher, but I traded some of her stamps in favor of HT stamps. And then MiHoYo gave out HT stamps like crazy. Gave them out like candy later on, so I overshot the HT rank I wanted. So I wish I could get my DA ranks that I gave up for it, because the SS3 rank is useful because it's the leader skill and it's shared with PE. So unhappy I don't have this. And also SS2 is quite nice too, so yeah, pretty salty. BK is my highest ranked Gacha Valk, SS2. Spina's SS, don't really have interest in getting her ranked up further. SS for HS, she'll be SS1 with the ER stamps. Hirsch of Truth, so this one's the interesting one because most people know me as a S0 player unless the Valkyrie's been on Battle Pass. So what's up with this one? So this one happened because in the trio patch, one of my friends, Pat, he went all in on trio because he decided he was going to go casual and he was probably not going to get all the releases upcoming. And so he was just going to dump everything on his favorite. And then after that, he would just save up for the next Fuhua. But he got so lucky and he managed to get 6S trio with what he had left. And then he was showing off his pulls and flaunting it in Discord. So I started to feel salty. So I decided to do some rage pulls. Then I did a 10 pull and then I got her card in a 10. And then I did another 10 pull and I got another card in 10. So the 2 cards in 20 skyrocketed her from S1 to double S. So it was a happy accident. But it's definitely uncharacteristic because I don't really pull for ranks. And I don't do 10 pulls normally either. I actually do single pulls always. So I was definitely rage pulling because I did 2 10s. I never do 10s. So Hirsch of Reason, SS1. I've been farming her really slowly. So that's why she's kind of behind. Most people should be around, like my starting time would be probably max by now, I think. HT, so you can see she overshot SS1 by a lot, and this is not even the full amount. So she has 20 stamps in the Gold Witch Orb shop now, so this is way overshot. So I'm really mad about this. So okay, the next 2 have horror stories. So in the first year when SN and AE had their battle pass, I was still casual, so I didn't get battle pass, so I didn't get their frags. Then later on, when I was interested in playing more competitively, I wanted to get my dorms maxed. And getting these 2 to SS is really hard after you miss the initial BP. So Stygian Nymph is actually the last dorm Valkyrie I got. So she was the only one that was missing. And I didn't get her until the last autumn when we got I think it was the autumn box, and you could pick Miss Pink Elf or Stygian Nymph. That's when I unlocked her. But after I unlocked her, you still need 100 more frags. So the Gold Witch Orb shop doesn't give you enough. So I had to buy those, and then I still had to get another copy of her. And I did that in the anniversary that just passed in March. The S Selector box there, I picked her. So you get 30 frags from there. It was an awful experience. And actually, the autumn box last year, you could, if you already had the card, you could have gotten 5 stamps instead. So if I picked the 5 stamps and then I unlocked her from the anniversary box, I would have her unlocked with 50 frags. But I was impatient, I didn't want to wait, so I unlocked her right away. And then the anniversary box, you could not get stamps, you could only get the card. So then it ended up being 30. So I have unlocked in 30 instead of unlocked in 50. So it was 20 frags down. So that means 2 more stamps I had to buy from the Witch Orb shop. So really painful. AE is even worse because she's awakened. So you need 250 fragments. So how I ended up getting this was I used 2 years worth of battlesuit shards in the battlesuit shop to get her stamps. And then there were a couple versions where we had a promotional box, I think for 1680 battle chips, and you could pick Miss Pink Elf, Hersher of Thunder, Bright Knight Excelsis, or Azure Imperia. So I bought that box twice, and each time you get 10 stamps. So that's 20 stamps, 200 frags. Yeah, and that is just, it's horrible because you could have just bought the battle pass back then and it would have cost less. So not a good time. And then the rest is more Dorm Volks. And then now we get to the S ranks. So here you'll have my S0 guarantee. So Hair S0, Vilvi S0, which is particularly funny. Only a handful of people have that. Ellie S0, PE S0, Origin S0, Finality S0. Kiana, you might be surprised she's not double S yet. I'm just taking my time with her. This is because Hershers usually get given out for free. Their stamps come in ER as well. So I know she's going to get a lot. So I didn't feel the need to rush her. So every time there was ways to get her stamps, I would deprioritize it and get stamps for other characters first so that the other characters don't fall behind, because I know that she'll, like Kiana will get a whole bunch, so she'll get SS no problem, but some of the other characters might need some help. For example, Nyx, getting her to SS might be a bit trickier, because I don't actually know if they're going to put her in the battle pass anymore, since she's before Mobius, but then they put Mobius in BP first. So just in case, I'm holding onto a lot of Nyx stamps in case she needs it. And then after that, it's just the 3 that I'm missing. So I'm always figuring out how I'm gonna get SS of these ones when they get into battle pass later, because I don't own them yet, so it makes it harder. So I'm always keeping an eye out for like stamps for these characters to help out. So for example, Mobius, I have 2 stamps of hers prepared already. Yeah. And yeah, try to get SS everyone. So the Nyx stamps as well, if I go back here, that's why this is unused. It's just in case I need it for Nyx instead of HFS. So I tend to hoard a lot of stamps to make sure I get everyone to at least SS. And yeah, that's it. I think that's it for everything. Yeah, so I'll see you in another 900 days maybe. Until then, keep having fun with the game. See you later.